Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the Forager Go metal detector. The metal detector comes in several pieces. You have the upper shaft with handle, the lower shaft, the control box, the coil, and an optional stabilizer. You'll also receive a mini folding shovel and a set of instructions and field guide. The control box controls the electronics for the device. On the front, you have a detection display, a discrimination dial which filters signal based on metal type, the sensitivity dial which can increase the range and depth of detection and also serves as the power switch, a volume dial, a pinpoint button, low battery indicator, and 1/8-inch earphone jack. Underneath are two battery bays on the sides for 9-volt batteries, which are not included. The cable coming from the coil plugs into the back of the control box. The coil is what detects the metal in the ground by creating a magnetic field and detecting response magnetic fields from encountered metal objects. The included search head is 7 inches in diameter. On one side is the attachment point where it connects to the shaft. To assemble, remove the nut and screw on the lower shaft bar. Make sure the rubber washers stay in place. Then insert it into the coil connection point and reassemble the screw and nut until finger tight. Next, take the upper shaft and loosen the connector collar. Then insert the lower section into the upper section and tighten the connector. On top of the handle, you'll see 2 anchor points. These fit into the base of the control box, and when you slide it forward, it should seat fully. Then underneath, screw the thumb screw in to lock the control box in place. Finally, at the lower section of the handle is a channel where you can insert the armrest stabilizer. This one is a bit tricky to attach because you have to line up the hole in the bottom with the screw, but once you find it, just tighten the thumb screw. When fully assembled, the length is about 40 inches. In this green camouflage pouch is the travel shovel. There's a nylon hanging loop and belt strap on the pouch. The shovel also requires a bit of assembly. Simply screw the upper shaft of the handle into the lower half. Then unfold the shovel head. You can use this tool as a shovel for digging or turn it perpendicular to use as a pick. On the side of the shovel head is a serrated saw blade edge, and on the opposite corner is a bottle opener. You can see that the head swivels quite a bit right now, but if you tighten the nut right below it, you can lock the orientation so it won't move while you're digging. You can also lock the orientation when it's a pick. The instruction manual is pretty basic, but it does explain how to assemble and use the metal detector. The field guide provides more in-depth instruction and tips and tricks for getting the most out of your unit. So here we are testing the unit over sand. You want to slowly sweep the metal detector head back and forth, parallel and a few inches above the ground. When it's found some metal, it'll emit a high-pitched tone, and the needle on the indicator screen will jump. Once you think you've located a metal object, pass over the area with the coil a few times to try to pinpoint its location. You can also use the red pinpoint button by lifting the coil about 19 inches from the ground, then pressing and holding the red button while you slowly lower it towards your target. It'll only sound a tone when you're directly above the item. So now we'll dig and sift. It helps to continuously check your spot so you can see whether or not the object has moved or been dug out into your sifter. Here we found a nickel. Alright, over here we've hit another object, so we'll dig again. This time it's a metal chain from a set of dog tags. The field guide and manual were pretty instructive for first-timers like me, and being able to use the headphones is also nice so you don't have to disturb other people with the loud beeping all the time. I will say though that if you do use headphones, keep the volume just above the minimum, because that will be plenty loud. Overall, the metal detector works as expected, and it's a lot of fun to use, even though I haven't had any big finds yet. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and join me next time.